LNP leader Tim Nicholls has accused the Premier of putting thousands of jobs at risk by attempting to veto a federal loan to the Adani Carmichael mine late on Friday. Premier Anastasia Palaszczuk called a snap media conference to accuse the LNP in Canberra of a smear campaign against her and her partner, PricewaterhouseCoopers Infrastructure Advisory Director Sean Drabs. Share on Facebook, share on Twitter. Tweet link. Premier Anastasia Palaszczuk wants to veto the almost $1 billion concessional loan to the Adani Carmichael mine. PwC acted for Adani on its application to the federal government's Northern Australia Infrastructure Facility for an almost $1 billion concessional loan for its rail link, and her partner was part of the PwC team. Ms. Palaszczuk accused federal LNP senators of circulating rumours of a conflict of interest and said she would exercise the Queensland government's veto of the AIF loan to remove doubt of any perception of a conflict of interest. Related articles. Premier to veto Adani loan following alleged LNP smear campaign, but she said she still supported the Adani project and its jobs with the government in caretaker mode after the election was called on Sunday. Mr. Nicholls would need to support her veto decision of the AIF loan for it to take effect. Advertisement. Titan request ad push, ad spot -300 extension 250, pose 3. Mr. Nicholls said he knew nothing about the rumours the Premier mentioned. I heard about them through the media just like thousands of other Queenslanders, he said. Share on Facebook, share on Twitter. Tweet link. Opposition leader Tim Nicholls says the Premier should pass through the Adani loan, if approved by AIF. Mr. Nicholls also said he did not know anything about Mr. Drab's work. I have met him at a number of functions. He seems like a nice bloke and deserves to earn a living just like all Queenslanders, he said. Mr. Nicholls questioned why the Premier was changing her mind if all the necessary conflict of interest measures were above board, given the AIF loans are an independent federal process and state governments have a constitutional role to pass through the loan. What's the problem? He said the Premier should honour her word and pass through the Adani loan. If the independent AIF makes such a decision, it was understood the move would not necessarily stop the AIF loan to the Adani mine, as it could be granted via a different process, but it would remove the Queensland government's involvement. But Federal Resources Minister Senator Matt